So if you guys would like yourself a super cool button password system like the one I have right here, when you enter the correct combination, we'll go ahead and open up a really cool door. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the very end of the video to see how we build up this very simple redstone contraption. So hello there everybody, welcome back to another video, and as I'm sure you could tell by that intro right there, in today's video we're going to be building ourselves up a button password system. Yeah, you saw how it looks like and how it works in the intro, so let's just go ahead and get straight into it. For the blocks we are going to need ourselves 16 droppers. Make sure they're not dispensers, make sure they're droppers. 8 comparators, 8 blocks of dirt or just any garbage blocks. 2 redstone repeaters, about 21 redstone torches, about 17 redstone dust, 8 observers, 9 buttons, and then we have about 15 blocks, of course, just for building on the front side, and then about a stack of blocks just to build like the redstone. This is just like about, so yeah. And the right side, I went ahead and just built ourselves up a nice little template for us to look at. It's about 4 blocks right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a block right there. So essentially, we're gonna take our 9 buttons, so just place our buttons 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 up there, and then 1 block right here, or 1 button, because that's gonna be our reset button. So yeah, it's just gonna look something like this. I just built a temporary floor so that way you guys can see exactly how it all is going to look. And alright, so the very first thing we're gonna do is grab ourselves our droppers. I'm gonna come to the back along here, and on this top row right here, we're going to place just 4 droppers facing upwards. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and place them right behind where all of our buttons are, not behind where that black button or the reset button is at though. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to place a block on top of this one more on top of that block, go and destroy that middle block, because what we need to do is we need to go ahead and place these droppers facing downwards. So crouch place them so they're facing downwards into that one, and we have to do this through this whole way through. So once you get one, the rest should go pretty easily, just like so. Then we can go and destroy this block up here, and as you will see, all these droppers are facing down into those, and all these droppers are facing up into those right there. And then we're going to once again hop around to the back side with our droppers, and on this bottom row, we're just going to place a droppers going out just like that. And then we're going to place a block on the face of that one more block right there, destroy that one right there, because we need to place these droppers going into these, so they have to be facing towards them. So this is the best way to make sure that they're all facing towards that one right into there. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 droppers. So as you can see, those are facing to there, and those are facing out of that, just like so. And they're right. So now what we need to do is once again drop on down to this back side, and this row of the droppers, this one right here, well, all we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to place just 1 block, any kind of block, as long as it's a stackable block, and just put one of them in there. I'm just using dirt because of course it's very cheap. We'll even do this to make it easier. Just 1 block of dirt on this one right here, that one right there, this one right here, this one right here. And then now we're going to drop to the underside, and on this inside row right here, we're going to go ahead and place in our 1 dirt block inside each and every one of these droppers, just like so. And the right side, I went ahead and just got myself some colored wool so that way you guys can see the circuits very easily. But again, you can use any blocks you want for this back here. We're going to come and go 1 block below where our black bot's at, essentially, or this button right here. I'm going to place 1 block right there. We're going to place a redstone repeater coming out of that black block, and then we're going to place 1 right here, 1 right here, and then 1 below it, and then go ahead and destroy that middle one so it looks something like that. And then next up, we're going to go ahead and hop back up to the top. We're going to cross place and place 1 block on top of our redstone repeater right there, and then replace 4 blocks on top of all of these droppers up here. Then grab our redstone dust, place redstone dust right there, right here, and then again along the top of this blue wool, just like that. Then next up, we're going to come down here to where this wool is at. We're going to place 1 piece of redstone dust right there. We're going to build out by 1 more block, redstone dust right there. Then on the end of this, we're going to place ourselves a redstone torch, and then we're going to grab ourselves our observers and face them placing outwards. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 observers facing outwards, just like that. And then after we get done placing all of those right there, we're going to go ahead and come to the inside right here and place 4 observers facing in towards our system, just like that. And then in order for these observers to reach these blocks right here, we're going to take ourselves any kind of solid blocks and just place 1, 2, 3, 4 solid blocks along the face of all of those observers. Then next up, what we're going to do is grab ourselves our comparators, and we're going to place down 4 comparators on these blocks, on these observers that are going inwards. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that these 2 things are facing towards these inside things right here. And then all we're going to do is grab blocks and put blocks along the back side of this. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're just going to throw redstone torches on the outside of them, just like this. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4 redstone torches, just like that. Then we are going to go ahead and grab our blocks once again and place some blocks on top of where these redstone torches are at. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks on top, just like that. Then grab our redstone torches again and place our redstone torches on the tops of all of those blocks, and they should all turn off just like so. And alright, so here comes the fun part, and where we can actually set the code to be whatever kind of code that we want to. And I will show you guys how to do that. So what we just place in is the bottom layer of buttons. So let's say I want the first button to have to be pressed and the third button to have to be pressed in order for it to open. So let's say I want this first one and then that third one. So this first one, I would do is I'd come back to where this backside is. I'd go ahead and place a block on top of that redstone torch. I'd place a redstone torch on that block, and I would place a block on top of that redstone torch, and that means that that button has to be pressed. Now you can do this in any order that you want. You could have these first two be pressed, the last two be pressed, the first one, the fourth one, but it doesn't matter because all you have to do is place a block, redstone torch, and then block on top of that. So that's our first one, and we said the third one, so that's that one right there, that third one. We want that one to have to be pressed. So in order for that third one to have to be pressed, we're going to come right here on this third one, place a block on that, a redstone torch on the top of that, and again another block on top of it, just like so. And then alright, we also have to fill out which blocks we do not want to be pressed. So we don't want the second or the fourth on the bottom. We don't want this one or this one to have to be pressed. If you press that, it should go wrong. So what we want to do, since we don't want these to be pressed, is we want to go ahead and crouch place a block on top of that redstone torch, place one coming out of it, and then just place 2 redstone dust on top of it, and it should be powered just like so. Then we're going to do the same thing right here, block, block, and then 1, 2 redstone dust on the top of it, just like so. And then right, so that is for all of our bottom buttons. So those are set. So now we'd have to press the first one and the third one for it to open. But now we're going to go ahead and do this top row, this top layer. So the first thing we're going to do is grab our comparators, place comparators on all these blocks just like here, just like so. All of them should turn on just like that. That means that it's working. Good job. And right, so I went ahead and got myself some lime wool for this bottom part. We're going to come down here. We're going to crouch place our blocks 1, 2, 3, 4 on those comparators, so that way they're right here by these comparators. And again, let's say we want the first top one to be pressed and we want the fourth top one to be pressed. So the pass would be 1, 4, 1, 3. So for the first top one, in order to be pressed, all we're going to do is we're going to come back here. We're going to take this block. We're going to place a redstone torch on the back side of it. It should turn off. Place a block on top of that torch, a block on the inside right here. And then we're just going to place one more block on the top of that redstone torch, just like that. And we're going to place one piece of redstone dust up here, just like so. And so once again, like I said, I also want the fourth one to be pressed. That's going to be this one right here. So we're just going to copy the same exact thing. So our fourth one is going to be 1 redstone torch, 1 block on the top of that, 1 redstone torch right here on the inside, just like that. 1 block right there, and then a piece of redstone dust on the top of that once again. And then right, so now for the blocks that we don't want to be pressed with the buttons, we don't want these top 2 pressed, right? We don't want that one. We do not want that one either. So what we're gonna do is just gonna come to the back side. Once again, we're just gonna place a torch on that block, a block on the top of that, and 1 piece of redstone dust on the top of that. Same as that thing right here, 1 torch, 1 block on top of that, and then 1 piece of redstone dust. And that means that our passcode system should be 1, 4, 1, and 3. And now for this top part to work, all we're going to do is grab ourselves a block again. I am just using orange wool because it's something different. Place one right there, place one right there. We're going to take a redstone repeater and place it right here on 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks in total. That means this right here should be at the very end. And then that is it for the line. So that is our system. And then what you can do is you can go and take this redstone input right here. You can run it out of that way, or you can run it out of that side as well. All we could do is have to take this redstone input and then go ahead and run it into a door or something like that. So now I will show you guys this all working. If you ever mess up the password or anything at all you do is you hit this button right here, and you'll hear in a second when it goes off. That's it resetting all of the blocks. That means it's reset your whole entire password, because if you hit the wrong button by accident, it's not going to work until you reset it. In here, just so that you believe me that it works, we have a redstone lamp that is on right now. As you can see, it is being powered by the system. Now, let's say we enter our password. I always like to reset it first in case someone hit the buttons. The password again was 1, 4, 1, 3. As you see, when that happens, that system goes on ahead and turns off. Now you can run this into a door or something, and then you can walk into your door. And then all you would have to do to reset it is just click the reset button, and then boom, it's reset. And now as you guys can see, if we hit the wrong combination, just any kind of wrong buttons at all, it will never ever turn off. They can say they can spam all the buttons all you want, all this. You can even spam the reset button. It's not going to matter until you enter your password, which can be anything you want, remember. But for me, I chose just 1, 4, 1, and 3 just to keep it very simple. As you see, turns off once again. And for any of you guys wondering how this works, here's just a quick little example of this system being run into a quick little 1x2 piston door. Okay, we just reset the system before we do it just to make sure no one pressed anything. And our password 1, 4, 1, and 3. And just like so, you'll see it opens up, and then boom, we have our door just like that. And then all you'd have to do is have a system like this that just powers it off here, right? I'll show you real fast. A system like this that just a lever or something like that that goes ahead and closes it. It opens up. You can come on through, hit your reset button, and it will all close up just like so. So yeah, that's just a quick little cool button system. As you guys saw, I use it a lot in my bunkers because it's very simple and very easy to build. And it's just really cool. I mean, who doesn't like a password button system like that? But yeah, guys, do hope you enjoyed this. That's pretty much it for this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate you watching. And like always, I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, and if you have any questions, of course, I'll be helping in the comment section down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.